guys, welcome back. I am Todd Blackman, your Essential Drummer, and today we're talking about my new toy. That's right, I got a hi-hat pedal, and I'm not afraid to use it, or say hi to the hats and all. So I made a video a while back talking about hardware, and it's a little out of date, but it's a good video to watch and all that. It talks about like the importance of hardware and like how to actually use your hardware and all, especially in real life situation, which I need to remake that video, you know, because I've learned a lot of new lessons and all. So hi-hat pedals are kind of, there's two really important things on the drum set, and it's actually your foot pedal, sorry, by foot pedal I mean kick drum pedal and hi-hat pedal. You know, those are two of the most important things that drummers have to use for hardware. Sans, well, they're just standing there. You know, they got no importance. They're just sitting there. You know, well, kind of. You know that. So I've had one of these vintage hi-hat stands for a while, and I paid probably about 60 bucks. Nowadays it's probably like 40 now. You know, like, because wear and tear. You know, so, but it was a Tama. You know, it was a Tama hi-hat pedal. It served me quite well. And whenever I was at Guitar Center, they actually had the DW9000 hi-hat pedal for use, and I played on it, I felt it, I was like, wow, that is silky smooth right there. And I was like, 400 bucks, that's not bad, you know, that for like a hi-hat pedal. So I was like, I'm still going to try to save some money. So what I did was I went on Reverb, I found a deal for this used, you know, an open box type of used and all. And I pretty much paid like maybe $250 or $300 for this hi-hat pedal. And best deal of my life and all that. So there's a lot of really great things about this hi-hat pedal. So just a quick thing. Will you please be quiet? Thank you. And all that. Man, he's so rude and all that. He just wants to say hi all the time and all that. I know, cheesy jokes and all that. Very corny and all. So there's a couple things about hardware that I want to explain and all that, which is like hardware, you don't want to buy the name and all that. Even though DW is like one of the best names that's out there in drumming, you don't want to buy it for just the name. But I will say this, DW actually does make really great quality products, and DW is one of those companies that you're not just buying the name, but you're also buying the quality of the product, and that's what you want. You know, at some places you're just buying a name like Gucci or Prada and all that, and that's fine if you want to show that off, but really you want to buy quality products and all that, and DW has some really great quality products and all that, and so that's why I got this hi-hat pedal, because it feels great, and it makes me feel good too, especially when I play, and that's what I want, is to feel good. It feels so much better than the other hi-hat pedal that I had, which is the Tama. You know, it's a vintage one, so Tama can't talk smack about me now and all that. So it's vintage and all that. It's the past though. Here's a couple of cool things about this hi-hat that I want to show off to you, because maybe you want to buy it and all that. So let me talk about it. First of all is the bearings. DW is really well known for their bearings, and it feels really good. You know, that's the key component of these pedals. And also like the plate of the pedal feels great too. It's nice and smooth. You know, very flat. Unlike some of the other ones where it's like it has a deep like cut throughout all the outside of the letters and all. But this one is like inverted and all that. So the letters are dented in and all that, and then everything is flat. So that's really cool, you know, because that's a signature DW thing that they do for their 9000s. It's exactly like that. Here's one cool thing that I really never thought hi-hat pedals could have, is like you can actually adjust the tension of the pedal, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty interesting. I never knew you could do that with hi-hat pedals, and so that's what they did. It's a dual chain, and it's very silky smooth. It's not wobbliness, and it's very, very consistent and all. So with the tension, you can adjust it with like a drum key. It's like, what if I don't have a drum key? Well, have no fear. There's actually a drum key included with your hi-hats, and you can actually clamp it on your hi-hat. So that way, if you're drumming, you're like, done. So it's really quick and easy and all that, and I really love that DW actually has a clamp, so that way you can put your drum key there and you can do some quick adjustments on the spot, and it's so efficient because you really do need a drum key for this stand. That's the only thing about this is that some of the hardware you really don't need a drum key to adjust, but this is very high security type of stuff, so you need a drum key to be able to do some tweaks, special tweaks. And also, so we talked about the tension on below and all that, where you can adjust the smoothness, and it's very effective for versatility. The other thing I really like about this stand is that it actually came with options, and also they actually have 2 different size rods. And rods, I mean like this thing right here. So they actually have the skinny version, smaller version, which is what I'm using right now. And then they have a taller version, which just goes a little bit more up. And I'm like, why do I need that? And so I was thinking, oh, some people have a lot of accessories on this. And so maybe they need a little bit more wiggle room and all that. Like maybe they'll put a tambourine on here. Maybe they'll put like some type of bells, maybe a cowbell or something. I don't know. That's way too big for me. And also, whatever it is, there's a couple of accessories that people can put on top of that. So that's why it comes with 2 different rods. One shorter one, which I use all the time, and then there's the longer rod, which I really don't have any purpose for my musical capabilities and all that. There's no need for that for some of the projects I'm with. And all. Now, here's the really cool thing about this. I would say that with the DW line, you could probably buy this little thing separately and all that, but I really love that it was included with this. And plus, I paid some pretty good money, so of course it should be included. Is this hi-hat clutch? I would say with the hi-hat clutch, has a little special thing on the bottom where you need a drum key. And the really cool thing about this is that your hi-hats. Have you ever had this happen? How did this happen? We've all been through there and all that, and it's not our fault and all that. It's a natural thing that hi-hat clutches do. You know, but what DW did was this. They were like, I'm so sick and tired. I about had it. And so they kind of did this where it's like they have this little thing on the bottom where you can actually tighten the threads on the clutch with a drum key. And so there's a special way I kind of do it, is that I hold on to it to get the drum key and then tighten it up. Because if you grab it from the bottom right here and tighten it up, this thing's going to move and it's not going to be where you want. And all. So whenever you have this, there is no way this is going to go. And well, if you do brute force, yes, it will. But gravity will not, or any action you're doing with the hi-hat, it will not go down and all that, because there's friction and resistance, and you want that type of friction and resistance. And now I want to screw this on very tight, but I just like a nice snug type of feel, because you never want to tighten itself way too hard with your hi-hats and all that. And you kind of notice I have this backwards, and there's a reason why and all that, because this cymbal is cracked, and I do not want to see that, or other people see that either and all. So I really like this because it actually has a really nice sound and all that. So try to actually experiment with that. Try to switch around your hi-hat cymbals. Maybe you'll like the heavier one on top and then the lighter one on bottom. It's a nice change of pace and all. So now the other thing is, like, it's 2-legged and all that. In the 3-legged version, I will say the 3-legged version is a good option to have. But if you're trying to do like maybe extra things, like maybe add a cowbell or do double bass, 3 legs might be a little interesting. So two-leg pedals. So a 2-legged hi-hat pedal might be the perfect thing if you're adding all these other accessories and all that, like the cowbell or double bass, and that's where it's perfect and all that. That's where it's like a perfect situation for you to have, is versatility. And some people might think this is not going to be very stable. It actually is, and all that. 2 legs, it's pretty sturdy, because if you think about it, the third leg is actually the pedal itself, the footboard, and all that. So it's pretty stable. It's not going to go anywhere and all that. So it's going nowhere. And all. So I really love this pedal right here, and I've been using it for the past couple of gigs I've been doing, whether I'm at the beach where it's very windy, or just in the city where it's not too windy, but still something can happen. This thing's not going anywhere and all that. It's not going anywhere. It's very stable and all. So I really love this pedal and all that. Maybe you'll love it too. Maybe you'll buy one. Maybe you'll find a great deal. Find a great deal on Reverb or something like that. And I will say this, I am not sponsored by Reverb, nor I was paid by Reverb, but it'd be nice if I was. And also, I'm Todd Blackman, your Central Drummer, and that's pretty much it for today's video. And, well, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and you know what to do, mother.